everyone, my name is Emma Hallibert. I use she, her pronouns, and I am one of the 3 career ambassadors with the Warner College. And today we have Kimberly with us for a career conversation with the U.S. Forest Service, our employer spotlight for this month of October. So Kimberly, we have 5 questions that we're going to ask for you today. The first one being if you could tell us your name and give us a brief overview of your organization and what it means to work for the U.S. Forest Service and kind of what the culture is like there and what it's like to work for them.
Sure. My name is Kimberly Nguyen, and my title is Equal Opportunity Specialist. I work for the Office of Civil Rights, actually. I'm here in Region 2. Region 2 has 5 states. One of them is Colorado. So I am here based in Colorado. Actually, the regional office is in Golden, Colorado. So I service both the Region 2 and the Rocky Mountain Research Station, which is up in Fort Collins.
Okay.
My program, so what I do is it is the Title VI or Equal Opportunity programs, compliance, complaints, CREA, which is the Civil Rights Impact Analysis that I assist with our employees. And we also have LEP, which is Limited English Proficiency, that I assist by answering questions from the staff members to the actual submission of, translation of documents, or if they have a customer or a customer who would come into the front desk at a district, for example, I would, and they do not speak English and they need information on campgrounds or where they can shoot, legal shooting on a forest. And they need information like that. So the district, should they need an interpreter, have the information with them, or they would call me and ask me for, point of contact, phone number where they can get the information. So I'm plugging in for LEP. It's just a wonderful program. And currently, though, I am very involved with a program that is called This Is Who We Are. It is the Forest Service program where all of the Forest Service employees are required to take this training. We are addressing internally of issues that we have. And then so that everyone knows and understands the Forest Service's core values and our code and commitments. And it is not part of my job, but I am doing it and I really like it. So this is what you would say 20% of, those other jobs of your duties. I actually volunteer for it. And so I feel very blessed in having opportunities within the Forest Service to do some things that is, different from, my regular job. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, of course. And that all sounds so amazing. So at least in your opinion, what are some of the benefits for working for the Forest Service or for other federal agencies?
So the benefits that we have with the Forest Service, and it also could be, throughout the federal agency also, and that is, we have boot reimbursement, which I don't know if BLM and other agencies have something like that. So the boot reimbursement would be you are working in fire. That's a good example. And you have certain criteria, and one of them is having the correct boots. You don't want to walk out there and fighting fire in your hiking boots,
Yeah.
or in your running shoes or something. So the boot reimbursement, they just, I would say within 5 years perhaps, that they started this program, and I think it's a wonderful thing that we have. It's up to, I believe, $500. And this is not just fire folks only. I wanted to let you know that, Emma. It is also for people in timber, people in recreation. They're out there and they need, special boots. Another thing you get is uniform, like this. This is my uniform. And when you're out there representing the Forest Service, you get uniform so that you're representing us. So there is, I believe, $800, up to $800 for you to, have the right uniform. And also you can't mix and match. Although today, because I am working from home, I am not wearing, the correct thing. But when you're outside and dealing or connecting with the public, you want to be well dressed. And so that is something else. Another thing I want to let you know is wellness. So we get the Forest Service, and I believe it might be just us, or the agency, I should say, is that we get wellness time, where for 3 hours a week, and it could be 30 minutes here a day, can be spread out like that, but 3 hours paid to work out and to get your wellness. Now, cutting the grass doesn't count as, wellness, but yoga, mindful sessions would be wellness. Working out, a gym or running or something like that would be that. Now, I know that we also, and I think this is across the agency, we have retirement plans. The TSP is the Thrifty Saving Program, I believe what it stands for. The government matches up to 5% of your salary, which is wonderful. It is something to set you up and get you going. Another thing is, we have leave, which is sick leave and annual leave. We're very, the federal agencies in general, I think we're very, oh my goodness, I can't even remember what I'm trying to say, but, we have credit hours. There are also sometimes overtime salaries that you can get. The other thing is, depending on your job, flexible work hours, which is wonderful, so that you can take care of things and then come back and do it. Maybe sometimes people take a day off and then they work during weekend. It's that flexible work schedule that is very important to us, like the health insurance, life insurance we have. And I think one of the perks, which is wonderful, is that we have employee assistance program, where a person, an employee, and it's not just you, it's also your family, can use this program. And I know my daughter did when she was, with us, and it's a great thing. They give you, legal advice, and then, like one free legal advice session, and then you can decide if you need to go further, then there's a discount. So that is something that we have. I'm sure there are more, but those are what I have, Emma.
Okay, wow, yeah, that all sounds like amazing. It sounds definitely like the U.S. Forest Service is a place that cares a lot about their employees, and
Yes.
as it shows that their employees care a lot about them.
Yes.
So could you tell us more about the Pathways program, and if your agency offers positions through that and what those are like?
I did discuss with Danielle about this, and she did give me some information, some of our USDA pathway programs, and I will send it to both you and to Leanna, the pathway information. USDA.jobs.gov is a great way for the students to get information. Currently they are hosting two things, and that is one of them is finding and applying for federal jobs. That's happening coming up very soon. November the 4th is what they're hosting. Another one is, people ask, how do you write a resume that is, for the federal sector, I should say. And they are currently hosting that session, and that's November the 23rd. And so we know that USAjobs.gov, you can also type in opportunities, pathways, and it will pop up the information. The other thing is that with the Forest Service, we do have a website or a webpage that says opportunities for young people, and in it has a lot of information. Now, I do want to tell you my story really quick, how I became a Forest Service employee, going through, back then it was called a SCIP, which is pathway now. I started out as a contractor, actually. I didn't really know anyone. I just applied for this position and got picked on as or got hired, not picked on, but got hired as a contractor, and I provided what my knowledge and skill was, and that website information that I got when I was out in the private sector. I also did. I took a course in college, actually, in the learning the software called InDesign, and that is like the desktop publishing. So those experiences that I got when I applied for this job as a contractor, I got hired. And so I was a contractor with them actually for about six and a half years. And while I was there, I was able to network with a lot of people in the regional office. And then when my term was done, I asked if there are some opportunities that I can, be a part of the employee with the Forest Service. And it just happened that I got spoke with the director there, one of the directors, who told me, oh yes, you can be a recreation. And so my networking and my connection and relationship with the Forest Service employees got me where I am today. And I was really, really lucky. And so both Danielle and I agree that networking, getting the experience that, in your college, whatever it is that you are doing is so important. So that's my answer.
Yes, definitely. Thank you. So can you help us understand how students can help prepare themselves for a career with the U.S. Forest Service, and like if there are any particular experiences or skills that they can develop to help themselves stand out when they're applying?
Yes. So, be specific and make sure that you note on your course work when you're looking through the job descriptions. And that also, we want to stress that read closely to the job announcements and answer all of your knowledge to the job. Anything that you have experienced in and have done, or that, like I said, in design, I took it because I was interested and got the job just because I know the software. I also want to go back. Another thing I forgot to mention regarding the opportunities with the Forest Service is that right now, currently, there is a hiring, or there will be hiring temporary seasonal jobs. These include VIS, which is the Visitor Information Assistant. We also have technicians in forestry, engineering, biological, and more. And I can forward, I believe actually that Danielle forwarded the attachment to both you, Emma, and Leanna, but they can also, ask us, and we will be more than happy to answer any question they might have. And so I believe that even though these are temporary seasonal jobs, it gives the students the opportunity to, I guess, test out these jobs and to see if this is what they would like to do in the future. I have to say that I started out as a contractor, and then I was a student. I was a student for 3 years actually, and then got a permanent job as a recreation specialist. I was out on a district doing a lot of different roles. And then now look at where I am. I'm ending up in the Office of Civil Rights. So you just have to venture out and just apply your skills, and then learn what is there for you, and then what you love to do.
Yeah, definitely. And then lastly, do you have any other advice for students who think they might want to work for the U.S. Forest Service?
Do your research on the jobs that you are interested in applying, and then correspond them with your coursework.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, if you are interested in natural resources,
Mm-hmm.
what jobs are there with the Forest Service? Well, we are natural resources agency. So there are many, many opportunities for you. Another thing is, keep in contact with the Careers Center with you, actually. Keep in contact and ask for opportunities in the Career Center at CSU. And then I was told that you also, Emma and Leanna, that you can review resumes for the students. Is that correct? Okay,
Yeah.
so that's another great way for them to have you both, your team, to review, if this is correct way, because your resume outside with the private sector is limited to 1-2 pages. The Forest Service, or not just the Forest Service, but the federal agencies, it can be many, many pages. I have reviewed, one time I was picked to review resumes, and it was, I believe, like 20 pages with this one person. I mean, if you believe that you have the knowledge or the experience for this particular job you are applying, my goodness, go ahead and put them in your resume, because keywords is also important. And of course, that, Emma, and so if the student apply for a job that he, she are not sure, and they can come to your career center and ask for guidance.
Yeah, definitely. And then right before I let you go, do you know when our region will be hiring or if there will be more jobs coming out soon?
Well, as I mentioned to you, that we
Mhm,
have the seasonal
mhm,
hiring, and I would say that if they are interested, they can contact myself or Danielle, or actually not even here in this, upcoming training
mhm.
or upcoming, sorry, job opportunities. But they can reach out to us personally, and we can then, if we don't know the answer, we will get you the right person, either, HR, or,
Mhm.
I see a job that say, you can contact so and so, and then we can assist your student to and guide them. We're here to help you.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Kimberly, for sharing your insight into the Forest Service and for all that great advice for our students. So many people have shown so much interest over the past month, and we appreciate your engagement with us so, so much. And thank you, everyone who's watching this now, and thank you for tuning in.
Thank you. Have a good weekend, everyone. Bye.